In this lecture, we're going to set up multi-tier upgrades. A common example of this is you have multiple tiers of weapon upgrades, level 1, 2, and 3 each, that get progressively stronger and more expensive. Let's start in Unity and just try it out with what we have so far so we can see where the problems lie. If we have Infantry Weapons 1, see my name is wrong, let's update that, Infantry Weapons 1, and let's just copy paste this. It should give us Infantry Weapons 2. We can update the name, Infantry Weapons 2. And let's say that the unlock requirements require, first, we have Infantry Weapons 1. And let's go ahead and go with Tier 3 as well. Copy paste again, Infantry Weapons 3, which requires Infantry Weapons 2. Then we can add both of these to the tech tree, select the human tech tree, all unlockables, plus, and select Infantry Weapons 2 and 3. Then if we go to the infantry school, we need to assign these available commands, but we only have Research Infantry Weapons 1. So let's copy paste this, Research Infantry Weapons 2, change the name, and change the upgrade to Infantry Weapons 2. Then one more time for our third Infantry Weapons, Research Infantry Weapons 3, change the name, Research Infantry Weapons 3, and select the upgrade, Infantry Weapons 3. Cool, now we've got 3 sets of upgrades. Let's come to the infantry school prefab again, and add in 2 new available commands. So now we have in the available commands, Research Infantry Weapons 1, 2, and 3. If we click play, build out a barracks, wait for that to get built, build out an infantry school, wait for that one to get built. We see Research Infantry Weapons 1. If we research that, we can see some issues with the UI not being as responsive as we'd like, but we'll tackle that in a future lecture. If we reselect it again, we can still only research Infantry Weapons 1. We would expect that after we research one of these, once it's done building, we would expect to see the next tier show up. Let's come over into VS Code and open up the base command. In the base command, we have 3 functions that help us control executing these commands. If we add / right above is locked, we can add in a summary comment here saying whether or not this item should be enabled on the UI when displayed. This is an important thing for us to remember because we're going to add a second control function here that I just find can get a little bit confusing if we have is locked and this new one we're about to define. Public virtual bool is available that accepts command context, and we can make it an expression by function here that returns true by default. Let's attach another summary comment here, whether or not this item is eligible to show up on the UI. For example, upgrades may have multiple items assigned to the same slot. This function should differentiate which one will show up at a given time. So most of our commands will always show up. It's really so far only upgrades that present this problem. Let's open up the unlockable SO and add in a new field serialized field. Public bool is one-time unlock with a public get and a private set. In most cases, this will be false, but again, for upgrades, we'll want this to be true. Now let's come over to the Actions UI. In the Actions UI, when we're refreshing the buttons, we want to remove any available commands that are not available. We can do that with link by doing available commands equals available commands.where, providing an arrow function here that accepts the action, fat arrow to action.isAvailable, providing a new command context where the owner is owner player 1 because this is the UI. We can do selected units.first or defaults to pull the first element in that hash set, and a new default raycast hit because we don't have a real raycast to provide. This will filter out any actions that are not available but are in our available commands. Next up, let's come over to the research upgrade command. This is the one command we know about so far that needs to behave a little bit differently here. And this lecture's challenge is to implement the is available in the research upgrade command to prevent showing this command if it's not time to show it yet. A tip, consider both is one-time unlock and if it's been researched yet. Pause the video, implement this is available, and I'll see you back here in a few minutes. All right, welcome back. In research upgrade command, we'll want public override bool is available that accepts the command context. We'll want to check if the upgrade is a one-time unlock and the upgrade tech tree is researched, providing the context owner and the upgrade. We'll return false. It's not available because it is a one-time unlock and we've already unlocked it. If we don't hit that, then we'll just return upgrade.techtree is unlocked for the context owner and that upgrade. So if it's a multi-time unlock or it's not yet researched, but it is unlocked, then we'll say this is available. That's all we're looking for in this challenge. A little bit tricky nuance here. If you manage to think through it and get an answer like this, great job. Now let's come back into Unity, select our upgrades, infantry weapons 1, 2, and 3, so that they are one-time unlocks, and then click play. If we build a barracks, wait for that to spawn, build an infantry school, wait for that to spawn. Now we would still expect to see research infantry weapons 1. We research that, wait for it to research. And if we mouse over here, it still says research infantry weapons 1, but if we deselect and select again, now we have research infantry weapons 2. We research that, wait for it to research, deselect, select again. Now we have research infantry weapons 3. Again, wait for that to research, deselect, select again, and now we have no more things to research. So we can see that that code is working properly. We just need to refresh the UI more frequently. And that's exactly what we're going to do in the next lecture. In this lecture, we set up multi-tier upgrades, so we only show the most relevant upgrade at a time. When you're ready to ensure the UI is updated at the right times, I'll see you on the next lecture.